The next speaker is Ms. Minami Ishii. Please come to the stage.
The title is Awakening by Siesta. Mrs. C, please.
Hello everybody! These days, I often hear the word globalization. One experience I had made me think about what globalization really means. Does everyone know what a siesta is? In Spain, there's a custom that people take a break along with naps for 1.5 to 2 hours after eating lunch. And this is called a siesta. I stayed in Spain for about 9 months, and I experienced the difference between Spanish and Japanese cultures. Actually, most of the stores in the street close when it's time to take a siesta, and people there start relaxing. After that, they work again or play some sport in the afternoon. In my case, I'd never had a day without taking a nap for more than 2 hours. Because I felt better and so fresh after the siesta, I could do my work more effectively. We Japanese people don't have customs like the siesta, so we are still critical of people who sleep in the middle of the day. They're seen as dozers, lazy, or irresponsible. Margaret Thatcher once said, "Sleep is for wimps." However, naps are one of the most beneficial customs for us. I have done research which shows a nap is actually an advantage. In a media organization which posts talks online called TED, a neuroscientist named Jeff Eliff talked about an interesting topic. He said, waste products of our brains are discharged only while we are sleeping. In other words, by discharging a waste product our body accumulates in a daytime, our brain becomes clearer than before. That's exactly how siesta made me feel. It eliminates our exhaustion from the daytime away with replenishing physical strength and energy to work freely in the afternoon. It is very difficult for me to think about the whole world, but by experiencing many cultures for myself, not understanding just from information on the internet, Spain became an irreplaceable country for me. In a moment, I realized that I always thinking about my Spanish host family and Spanish political situation as I think about my Japanese family. In this way, I can see that countries in this world are all connected when I think about other countries very thoughtfully. The reason why wars and terrorism occur is not trying to understand each country's differences. Thanks to siesta, I found a lot of new things by accepting different customs compared with Japanese ones. I learned that not having a hatred for differences, but accepting them is a very important step for real globalization. This can be said even in domestic life. Most of the Japanese people tend to want others to act the same and tend to have hostility to the person who thinks in a different way. But don't you think that makes the world smaller and smaller? From what I learned, when I share discussions with other people, I always keep in mind not only to argue my opinions, but also to pay attention to others, to make innovative ideas. The world becomes enormous when we accept our differences and enjoy them, all continue to consider things with a fresh brain like waking up from the siesta and have a communication with people. Thank you for your attention.